Isn't it a case that in this Shire, the blacks are in the majority by a large number, and what we're seeing is really democracy at work, or don't you believe that?
Don't believe it. It's just the government's done everything, given them everything, and they spoiled a lot of them.
This white man does not believe it, even though Aboriginal people have been elected to the council, giving a red herring answer to divert attention. Furthermore, the attempt to shift attention to Aboriginal people being spoilt is as much a lie as his inability to recognise democracy at work. Does he actually believe it, but not want to accept it due to control being taken from white people? Some have raised questions about the relationship between white political power and support for democratic systems. They ask whether white Australians tend to champion democracy only when they hold numerical or institutional dominance, and whether their commitment shifts when that dominance is challenged. The white settler societies, for example, where democratic ideals were applied internally among the white population, while different systems of control, including authoritarian or hierarchical structures, were imposed on Aboriginal people. To explore this, it can be useful to look at specific historical moments. One such moment is Australia in 1986, particularly in the Western Desert region of Western Australia, where the dynamics between government authority, Indigenous communities, and democratic principles reveal the reality then, but even reveal the reality now.
Well, 2 of the 3 councillors are literate, they can read and write. Now, would your objections disappear if all 3 of them could read and write?
Well, no, it would still be the same, because as far as I can see, they, I don't know how you put it. I don't know how to put the words together.
Well, think, I mean, what really is upsetting you about the fact that there are Aboriginal people on that council?
He is supposedly opposed to Aboriginal people on the council because 1 of 3 can't write, yet he, as the Shire president, can't coherently put his objection into words. Let's hear from another white man who has a much more clearer perspective and can put it directly into words.
What of that argument, though, that they can't cope with the council work?
Well, nobody's in a position to say that. They've never been given the opportunity. There isn't an argument.
Even though one of them is illiterate?
Yes, even though one of them is illiterate, because I believe that that particular person has standing in the community, which is equally as important.
Unfortunately, this man is only 1 to every 50 that are driven by greed or irrational thoughts.
Chris has Lakeway Station. He also has one of the new council seats, which he owes, ironically, to Aboriginal preferences.
I'm not against Aboriginals on the council, but I am against an outright majority, because I don't see should have the right to tell me what I'm going to do with my station. I've got a capital investment here.
If it came to that and there was a majority, what would you do?
I'd have to give serious thought to getting out if I could sell it.
Simply because there was a black council?
He basically states he requires a majority white council if he is to stay, while further asserting that the land is his and does not want Aboriginal people telling him what he can and can't do with it. This is white superiority complex at a high level, drowning in ignorance, short of wanting to kill off Aboriginals, as per statements made in the 1970s by one of Australia's richest men. If there ever was to be a majority Aboriginal council, then it would be voted so, and therefore working democratic system.
Government's done everything, given them everything, and they spoiled a lot of them.
Done everything and spoilt the lot. You have to be very close to make such a personal condemnation. But from a distance, where the rest of us sit, universal suffrage is on trial. Either we accept it, or set qualifications and call it something else. Paternalism, maybe. As for the blacks, after 200 years adapting, they should survive democracy. But can the whites?